Hey everyone, Neen here from the Hyperactive Bookworm. I have just this moment finished listening to Ann McMan's Jericho. This book was amazing. I went into it with completely different ideas of what it was, and I didn't care. It took maybe a chapter for me to forget all of the preconceived ideas I had about this book and to just dive in and enjoy every element of it. So if you love character books that just flow and the events that happen are so seamless and natural, and the surprises are not really big enough surprises, they don't drag you out of it, you aren't sideswiped, once they happen you go, oh yeah, of course, because that was what it was leading up to, and it was just divine. It is literally the most incredible relationship story based on friendship that I have read. They didn't know each other at the start, but the friendship they developed throughout this book was so genuine and real and relatable that it just made sense. And the things they were worried about, the concerns, the angst, I was so glad it didn't feel dragged out. It didn't feel like their whole world revolved around the angst of their feelings that weren't shown, that weren't told, that, were forbidden. And the characters to me were so mature and with it. Even when Sid, wasn't sure about her sexuality. Sorry, yeah, big spoilers. Wasn't sure about her sexuality. She still knew who she was. It didn't mean she completely was unaware of who she was or her reactions or her actions. And I love that she just was this kind of character who, once she admitted something, she full-heartedly, she knew her mind. She knew her own heart. She knew what she wanted. She knew just who she was. And I love that, because there's so many books where the character is just so utterly oblivious, but then squashes it for so long that it just feels so detrimental and painful. And while I get some people relate to that, I don't relate to it as much. Or maybe I do. Maybe that's why I don't like it. Maybe I relate too much to that. And Sid is more the character I wish I was. But it was amazing. And it wasn't just Sid and Manny whose characterizations were beautiful. Every character there, you knew them, you saw them. Maybe it's because I grew up in a small town that they are more recognizable to me. But they were so recognizable. The banter in this book blew me away. It was hilarious and wonderful and funny, and there were all these moments of, you did not really just say that, because that's what real life is. It's not always classy, and it's not always saying the right thing, and you say these things and you think, oh God, please don't let anyone have overheard me say that, because even I know that's crass. And it's just this hilarious friendship and brilliance behind these characters. I also love, if you've seen any of my reviews and things like that, you will know how much I love family dynamics in books, especially romance books. I love family dynamics. I love that the family is involved, is there, that these characters do not just exist in a vacuum, in a void. The families just make it, and the relationships of the families in this had just my heart just soaring. Even the painful parts, it was so real and relatable, and that's what I love about this book. But the characters, the friendships not just between the two main characters, but the friendships between all of the characters. Even the annoying busybody in the town, like, she wasn't just this annoying, horrible person. She had the dynamics as well. She was more than that. And I love that. I love the dimensions that Ann McMan gives to her characters. Now that I've babbled on about this, but I highly recommend this book. It is so delicious and beautiful. It is my first Ann McMan. It will not be my last. And the narrator was fabulous. She was fantastic. I can't wait to look up more of her narrations because she did an epic job without making her voice completely like out there, but you knew who was talking every time, and it was beautiful. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Jericho by Ann McMan. Brilliant book. Highly recommend it. Alright, I am just heading home, and I'll see you all later. Thanks for listening. Bye.